I'm JD Cole, the board baker, and on this episode, we're going to make an Italian cookie called the Pignoli. I tried it for the first time when I was in New York. I fell in love with it, and I can't wait to make some more. Let's go ahead and get started. To begin, what we're going to do is we're going to add 16 ounces of almond paste. You can find this in any store. Just go to your local grocer and pick it up. So we're going to go ahead and add that into the mixer. Lock that in, and we're going to beat this on low until it's all crumbled. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Almond paste just has this awesome scent to it that is like none other. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start revving this up to high now. Get it nice and crumbly. Alright, let's go ahead and start adding the powdered sugar. So we're going to add 1 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, but we're going to do this very slowly as we don't want it all over the kitchen. So let's go ahead and put our mixer back on low. And I like to take a teaspoon or tablespoon and just start mixing it in very slowly. This also helps let it combine a little bit better than dumping it all at once. The consistency that you're looking for is almost like a crumbled breadcrumb. It's going to be nice, kind of tiny crumbs. You will have some big crumbs there, and that's okay until we start mixing more of our wet ingredients. And go ahead. Let that beat on low for just a bit longer here. Make sure it's nice and mixed in. Now, sometimes you do have to hold the mixer down, otherwise it's like a wild horse. It'll just go off on itself. Alright, let's go ahead and add in our wet ingredients. The first thing I have to add in is 2 tablespoons of honey. Let's go ahead and get that in there. And this one when it's going to really start to paste up, so let's go ahead and add that to a medium speed. Now we're going to add 2 large egg whites as well. And this is really going to start softening the batter. Go ahead and rev that up just a little bit. Now we're going to add a pinch of cinnamon. Pinch of salt. It really helps bring out the flavor in it. And then we're going to zest 1 lemon. And this will bring it a very nice citrus flavor to it. I mean, it's undeniably good. Alright, let's go ahead and put that back on a medium speed. Lock that in. And just allow that to finish mixing up. Alright, you don't want to overbeat it as it will start to kind of deflate. So about 2 to 3 minutes, let that finish. And we're coming right at the right consistency. Go ahead and slow that down. Let's go ahead and let that up. And you should see it just kind of slowly fall off. And we're going to add this into a piping bag and put it on cookie sheets. This is a very thick consistency, which is good for the cookie. Hard to, maneuver around and pipe, but you don't need a nozzle. Just put it in the piping bag, cut out the end, and we're just going to pipe some cookies about 1 inch diameter. Let's go ahead and just start adding that in there. And you may need to squeeze it down to get it down there. I went ahead and greased my parchment paper. What this is, it's a very sticky cookie dough, and so it can stick to that parchment paper if you do not grease it. So I went ahead and greased mine. You know, you could take the chance of not, and it'll still come out fine, but it may stick. So we're gonna just start piping this out. Oh, or that could happen. Mwah, mwah. And just keep piping these until you complete. So JD, what are the pine nuts for? I'll tell you what they're for. They're for decoration. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a pine nut. You can sprinkle them on, but I like to make a kind of a pinwheel pattern. So just take one, push it in the middle, and all right, so after that long, tedious process, went ahead and finally got all the pine nuts on there. So we're gonna pop it in the oven for at 350 degrees for about 12 to 14 minutes until the top gets just golden. And this is a really chewy cookie in the middle, so you want to make sure it stays that way, so don't overbake. So what you want to see is kind of crusty on the outside, but when you get in the middle, it's nice and chewy. That is perfect. And as always, make sure you subscribe and like my videos. This is JD, the board baker. Enjoy your desserts.